And this is why nothing will top, nothing will be better than Diablo Immortal. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and welcome back to the channel, ECHO Gaming Diablo, where we cover Diablo Immortal information, news, speculation, etc. until the game comes out. And in the meantime, we play other action RPG games to fill the time and to get some enjoyment for the game series and genre that we love on mobile. If you're into this kind of stuff, make sure you sub the channel and ring the bell, because I'm going to be covering Diablo Immortal exclusively when the game does finally drop. But today, we're asking the question and confirming with you guys why Diablo Immortal is going to be on the top of the chart. It's going to be the best, no question. We'll be talking about why today. So first of all, before we go any further, I want you guys to sound off in the comments. This is what we do here in the channel all the time. Sound off in the comments and let me know why you think. Why do you believe that Diablo Immortal is going to be better than anything on mobile right now? Why do you think it's going to be the best action RPG available on mobile when it releases, if you believe that? I clearly do, and today I'm here to give you all of the reasons why I think that is the case. Now, I thought of this idea for the channel because of a recent video that I put out. As you guys know, I've been covering Raziel Dungeon Arena here on the channel as well. Why am I covering this game? Well, we'll get into that in a minute, but in the comments of that video, someone made a comment saying, I thought this was a Diablo Immortal channel. Why are you playing Raziel? And this is YouTube culture at its finest, guys. This is the problem. If you create a channel for a certain game, people subscribe to that channel for that game, and then you put another game out there, maybe even if it's just once in a while, the people that have subscribed are there for that one particular game, not for the other content. So I want to confirm with you guys, I want to let you know, I want you to feel okay that I am 100% planning to cover Diablo Immortal right here. It's just I don't have a game yet. So in the meantime, I've been playing other things. And that's part of what led to the idea of this video. As you guys know, I've been playing a lot of Raziel Dungeon Arena, which I really like. And I've been also playing Genshin Impact. Now, in my last video, I told you guys that I may play it here on this channel, but I've decided to take my Genshin Impact gameplay and stuff and bring it over to my main channel, ECHO Gaming, because it's just not enough like Diablo Immortal. It's not an action RPG. It's a open world MMO action RPG. And it's really anime, really bright, really colorful. It just doesn't have enough similarity to Diablo Immortal for me to feel it be worthy to play on this channel. I think it'll fit better on my main channel. So I'm going to put some videos on it over there, test it out, see if you guys like it there. So if you're looking for Genshin Impact, make sure you sub my second channel as well, which I primarily, actually, it's my first channel, which I primarily put Clash of Clans content on, but we're going to dabble a little bit in Genshin Impact. On this channel, the plan is to do regular Diablo Immortal update information, speculations, news, stuff like that, and then also throw a little bit of Raziel in there as well, because Raziel is definitely the closest thing to Diablo Immortal that I've played. And I'm an expert on this topic. Let me explain why. Back in 2019, I was at BlizzCon and I got my hands on Diablo Immortal. I got my hands on Diablo Immortal a lot. I played through every available character multiple times on both platforms, both phones and on tablets. I played through it all as much as I could to get a feel. In that time, I fell in love with Diablo Immortal. I realized that this is going to be the future of mobile gaming, and I commit to this channel. That was already a year ago. Did I think the game would be out? I sure did. It's not yet though, but it's okay. I do know it's coming. That's factual information. We could all tell from the socials of Wyatt and Adam, so we know the game is still coming. We don't know when. But in the meantime, over the past year, I've probably played between 20 and 30 other games in this genre on mobile and brought many of them to the channel right here, comparing Diablo Immortal to games like Raziel Dungeon Arena. And in that time, I've realized one thing. I've realized that nothing is as good as Diablo Immortal, and nothing is as good as what I experienced a year ago of Diablo Immortal, with a year less into the development of the game than we are at right now. So Diablo Immortal 1 year ago, still in development, is better than everything else out on mobile right now in the action RPG dungeon crawler genre. it just blows them away. And I haven't played the game in a year, and I still know this, I still remember this, and I still really feel the experience that I had with that game. So I'm about to get into my handful of reasons why Diablo Immortal is going to be the best and why I don't question it at all. But before I do, if you are playing Raziel Dungeon Arena, in my last video, I actually invite you guys to my guild. From that one video, we nearly filled up the guild, but there are some open spots. Feel free to come through, watch that video. The details are within the video to how you can join me if hopefully we're in the same server, and enjoy that game while we wait for Immortal, because again, it's a really good game. Not even close to Diablo Immortal, but it's the closest thing we got. So you've been waiting for it. Let's get into the reasons why nothing is going to top Diablo Immortal. And we're going to start out with number one. It's a Blizzard game. Blizzard quality, Blizzard expectations of a game, right? This is Blizzard's first time making a mobile game. And some of you may say, what about Hearthstone? That's on mobile. Well, yes, it is, but that was a PC port to mobile. It was not a game built for mobile. Diablo Immortal is being built as a mobile game for mobile exclusively, which to me, that's exciting. To others, you may not like that as much, but that's what it is, right? So with this is Diablo's test. This is Blizzard's test into the mobile market exclusively. My prediction is, if things go well here with Diablo Immortal, they're going to want to bring more titles that are existing onto mobile, right? Because they're going to be able to reach a broader audience, an audience which is much bigger than just a PC or just a console audience. The mobile audience is massive. And for them, as a business standpoint, it's a way for them to get their game out further, to get their brand out further, to make more money, to get more people playing Blizzard games, which to me is a win for everyone, not just for Blizzard, but for us as well. So with this, the quality of this game is going to be massive. They need to drop this game and have everyone say, my God, that game is awesome. Not just us mobile gamers who love mobile games, but even these Diablo 3 players, even these players from other platforms, they're going to want them to say, wow, we need to play this. Now, I'm not saying Diablo 3 players are going to stop playing Diablo 3 or stop waiting for Diablo 4. Of course they're not. They're PC gamers. Like, that's what they do, and that's cool. But there's no reason that they can't have Diablo Immortal on their phone. And when they get a little free time at the office, they could kick back and play it a little bit. Or when they get a few minutes on the couch when they're watching a show with their wife and they don't want to watch that show, they can kick back and play a little Diablo Immortal. That's a great thing about mobile games. Now for me, I play exclusively games on mobile. So I'll come into the game room and play mobile games rather than playing on this sweet PC I have in front of me. It's just how I game. It's how I enjoy gaming. But they need to win over everyone. They need Diablo Immortal to be a success. They need it to go flawlessly so that this model can move forward for other games. Think about it. Overwatch? Could you imagine Overwatch 2 on mobile? My God, that would be amazing. That would be worth me making a fourth channel. So that's number one. Let's check out number two. So for number two, let's talk about graphics, right? Straight up, straightforward, graphics are better on Diablo Immortal than any other action RPG dungeon crawler right now on mobile. It's just factual. The game looks amazing. And again, we're looking at footage from a year ago. So it's going to only have been enhanced from here. The graphics are OP. They're incredible. And let's actually combine that with the controls. Something that I love about the controls of Diablo Immortal. Now think about it here. We have a mobile phone, right? iPhone. When you're playing, your fingers are on the screen, kind of like this. You're taking up real estate from your viewing space. You don't want to take up too much. I don't like games that have controls all over the screen where you have to tap all over where you're trying to look. Diablo Immortal does a really nice job of keeping the controls clustered here in the bottom right-hand side and a little bit over there on the left-hand side of the screen. But it's also, not only is it clustered here, it's spread out beautifully. It's using a method, a proven control method that we've seen before in other action RPG titles, and it's just laid out well. The super bar right around the general attack bar, your upgrade bar on the bottom of the screen, all the specials, the timers nice and clear. You have your health, everything is just really smooth. And not only does it look smooth, not only are the controls smooth, but it plays smooth. And this is from that experience that I talked about a few minutes earlier in the video. For number three, let's talk about monetization. And although there is no known monetization method of the game, there's nothing that's been announced. We're only speculating how we're going to monetize. I've talked about it many times in the channel. If you want to check out some of those videos, go check out a few of those videos. They are all over the channel. I know the development team. I've met them, I've spoken with them, I know the vision that they have for Diablo Immortal. Now, monetization on mobile can ruin a game. We've seen this happen before, actually not only on mobile, it can happen on PC, console, really anywhere. So they understand this. If they make it where you pay and you get power, or you get weapons or gear that other people can't get and that's so strong, that will ruin the game. If they make it so that people that pay are gonna do better and have a better time playing the game, they're gonna have people having backlash. Plus me, I'm gonna buy everything in the game, and I mean, I'm not a rich man, so I hope that it's not too crazy. Speaking of rich, we have this treasure goblin. I'm gonna go steal all that loot. You gotta love the treasure goblin. It's just like a highlight of the Diablo series. But think about Raziel. We've talked about it before. Some of you guys have brought it up in the comments. When you're playing that game, you log on and there are rewards everywhere. There are ways for you to spend money in the game all over. It takes you 5 minutes just starting the game to collect your rewards, to go through all the deals and all of that. For me, I'm used to that. I'm an exclusive mobile gamer, and a lot of games have this element to them. So I'm used to it. But if they're trying to convert a Diablo 3 audience, or not convert, but entertain a Diablo 3 audience with Diablo Immortal, they're not going to be able to do this. Those gamers do not want to see that. So they have to find a way to monetize, but to not do it in a spammy way or a way that causes people to get stronger, more power than others. Now, we know Diablo Immortal, or we're guessing Diablo Immortal is going to be free to download, free to play. That would be a massive assumption that, I mean, 99% sure of that, right? They need to make money. They've spent 3 years or so developing this game. People have been getting paid, salaries have been there, and the game has brought in $0 so far. They need to make money to pay all of those bills and to survive as a gaming company. It's a business. They need to make money or else they go out of business. Like your guy in the corner that's selling sandwiches. If he has a sandwich shop, he has all the meat and cheese and bread, and he doesn't sell any sandwiches, they go bad, he loses money, he shuts down shop, he's out of business. The gaming world is basically the same thing as the sandwich shop. Kinda. But you know what I'm trying to say. They need to make money. So hopefully they do it through skins, through extra stuff that we could purchase that doesn't cost power. And I'm sure they're going to most likely do some type of a season pass. We're seeing it in so many games, in Call of Duty, Clash of Clans, Brawl Stars, all of the new popular games. PUBG Mobile has it. I'm sure that Fortnite Mobile has it as well, or Fortnite itself. They have this model where you get a ton of rewards and you pay $5, $10, $15 for that period of time, right? It's worth it if you're playing the game, investing into the game. Plus, if you buy Diablo 4, you spend $60 in the game, right? And then you'll buy any DLC later on, $15, $20 per DLC. But with the mobile games, you can get it for free. So why do we feel bad spending a little bit of money to get stuff for the game, to get extra rewards? Like, we're getting the game for free, where if we're playing it on PC or console, you're not getting games for free. You have to buy the game. It's just a different way of paying for a game, and it's one that's becoming more accepted by the community as mobile games become more prevalent, but it's still something that a lot of people kind of resist. But you also have the ability to be a free-to-play player, to enjoy the game and spend $0 in the game, which is why so many people are able to get involved in mobile games. Hopefully, we're talking about Diablo Immortal here, and be able to enjoy it, where maybe they don't have a PC or don't have the money to even right now buy Diablo 3. So monetization, I think they're going to nail it, knowing the values of everyone over at Blizzard. And before I go on and on, let's talk about the next main thing, and that's going to be continuous updates. We know with mobile titles, you don't just drop a game and then do a patch every 6 months or every year. No, with mobile games, if you want to be successful, you need to continuously bring out content on a regular basis. Updates, balance changes to fix things that are broken or that aren't working well, or that aren't balanced. That stuff can happen on the go. It happens regularly. And we're accepting of that as a mobile gaming community. We welcome that because it betters the game. As long as we don't have to buy a character that's super strong, so we say, oh, let's go buy this character, and then they nerf the hell out of it so it's not even a playable character. But again, we wouldn't want to buy a super powerful character that wouldn't be attainable by someone that's not free to play, because that would be the whole pay to win element. So we want to avoid that overall. But I get the feeling Blizzard coming onto the mobile space, they understand that they need to continuously update this game, bring new events to the game, bring new patches to the game, bring new content equals new fun equals new excitement for the game, for new players to come into the game, and that is how you continuously climb the charts for the mobile gaming app store, and you become one of the best. Not only are you the best game, but you can become a popular game, one that more and more people are going to play, not only because you're hearing it from Blizzard, not only because you're hearing it from me, but because it's climbing the charts, because these updates are going to bring more and more people to the game, more downloads, more popularity, more success at the end of the day. Blizzard will be bringing regular updates, content patches. That's my prediction. I think they have to do it to see the success that they're looking for. So there's obviously a bunch of other things that they could do as well, or a bunch of other things that would make this game better than anything else out there, but those are the main ones that we're going to be discussing today. We can save the others for another video. If you have any ideas that you think would make the game amazing, or that make you think it's going to already be amazing, let me know down below, and that could possibly fuel an upcoming video. But for today, we're out of here. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you check out this one before you go. Have a good day, guys, and be good.